Let's start this all over again, shall we? This is the third attempt at starting this video, titled Motorcycle Gear. Let's talk about it. There are there are 3 or 4 different camps, opinions of what you should wear whilst motorcycling. And it's a very hot, passionate topic, but only amongst people that ride motorcycles. Because people that don't ride motorcycles, they really don't give 2 shits. And people that do ride motorcycles, they really shouldn't give 2 shits what anybody else wears whilst riding motorcycles. Let's talk about the 4 different, I think it's 4, just bear with me. There's the all the gear all the time group, which means motorcycle boots, motorcycle pants, motorcycle jacket, motorcycle gloves, full face helmet. Did I miss anything? Some even wear spine protectors. Then there are the people who are known as squids. Yeah, they're the guys out there in short pants, t-shirts, tennis shoes or Crocs, flip-flops, and you'll see them riding sport bikes, you'll see them riding cruisers, touring bikes, that shit. You got your adventure riders who go out on the weekend and pretend they're going on this cross-continent trip, and they've got their one-piece adventure suit on with matching boots and gloves. You got your happily in between group, which I would say I fall into. I wear boots, normal jeans, and we'll talk about that. A really nice heavy-duty motorcycle jacket, leather gloves, these white things, we'll talk about that too, and a full face helmet, and we'll talk about that too. There's the happy medium, and I think a lot of people wear what I wear. And then you get into the discussion of the different styles and types. Now, obviously, wearing short pants, t-shirt, Crocs, or flip-flops is pretty much the fucking dumbest thing you could ever do while riding a motorcycle. And you will always hear people in discussion groups or whatever, YouTube comments, you gotta dress for the slide, not the ride. Which means dress for when you crash. There's a lot of truth in that. Absolutely. So let's start from, how about we go from the bottom to the top instead of top to the bottom. I wear my steel-toed boots from work, pictured here. Yes, steel toes. It's a composite toe, it's not metal. And they are slip-on, not lace-up, and they're super, super comfortable. Hi, gang. Hi. They're super, super comfortable. And I often go for a ride right after work, so I don't switch up boots. My other pair of boots that I wear are Doc Marten 9-hole lace-ups, all leather. And the complaint is, or the criticism, it's not a complaint, it's somebody else's complaint, I guess.
Oh, you'll get your toes severed off if you have an accident wearing steel-toed boots.
I'm not sure how I will have my toes severed off. I mean, unless I stand up and let a car ride over my toes and the cup pinches them and they get severed off. But in a motorcycle crash, I'm uncertain how my toes will get severed off. There you go. Also, added bonus, I like to wear steel toe boots in case I have to deal with a cunt. Yes, either a female cunt or a male cunt. Driving like a fucking asshole or getting threatening or what have you. Steel toe boots, or composite, come in really handy when you need to kick shit. Socks, just normal socks. Apparently there's riding socks for adventuring, whatever. I just wear normal Levi's. Yep, just normal Levi's. Nothing else. And underpants. I got my underwears on. I think I wear Calvin Klein most of the time, in case y'all wondering. They have a spandex lycra material, very snug, very form-fitting, and yeah, I quite like them. Shirts. Like right now, I got a thermal shirt on with a thin wool shirt over top, long sleeves. Then I have my leather jacket. I fucking love this thing. Cost me about $700. It is Alpine Stars, and it is the Crazy 8 jacket. And I did a review on it a while ago. I live in this jacket, basically. I did end up taking out a lot of the armor. Actually, I took out, I'm trying to feel right now, all the armor. I took it all out, and it's way more comfortable. And if I crash and slide, it'll do its job. And that brings us to gloves. Ooh, what's going on here? I have a specific pair of motorcycle gloves. They're made for summer. They're by Icon, and I wear them with my Icon Overlord summer motorcycle jacket. But these white things I have on, these are Watson. That's a company in Canada. Watson Manhandler gloves. Yeah, and they're thickish, kinda thickish cowhide leather. So they're long wearing, and they're $18, and they're snug. And I won't really have a problem if I crash and I slide on them. I think they'll be okay. Then you go to the helmets. Ooh, ooh. The amount of different helmets you can buy is insane. You have your full face, your 3/4, and your beanie. And then everything in between at every price point. Oh my God. Then there's the full face helmet all the time, every time. And that's kind of me until recently. And I'll get to that. I always wear a full face helmet. Now I've got cheap ass helmets, like the one I'm wearing right now is the Bitwell Gringo S. And it cost me $160. And then I have my AGV X3000, which was $700. And then I have my Bell something or other. I bought it used for $300, and I think brand new it's $1,000. And then recently I bought a used 3/4 Bell 500 helmet with a face shield that gets buttoned onto it. Here's a photo of it. This is the first time I've ever bought and used a helmet that isn't full face, and I love it. I was wearing it yesterday. I love it. It's fantastic. Super light, you just get a, I don't know, a more immersive ride, I guess, maybe. I don't know. So those are my helmets. Now, the arguments and criticisms about some of my helmets are never buy a used helmet because you don't know the history of it. Never wear helmets that are older than 5 years. Yeah, fuck that. Who has the money to flip out a helmet every 5 years? Just because what? No, I disagree. Um, and then you have your, what else do I have? That's it for my criticisms. Beanie helmets that the tough biker gang guys wear or poser wannabe guys wear, those suck. No, those, I wouldn't wear those. I think they make you look like an idiot. And yeah, they really don't do much for safety in the event of a crash. And neither do the 3/4 helmets. Okay? And the argument and criticism against anything that isn't a full face helmet is when you go down in a crash, you're going to get the lower half of your face ripped off. Actually, I'm going to go this way. You're going to get the lower half of your face ripped off. Theoretically, yeah, you could. But I've also heard from paramedics, firefighters, and emergency room doctors that most of the time when a motorcyclist crashes, he's dead. He dies because of excessive speed or whatever. And it don't matter what kind of helmet you have on. It don't. And there's a fact right there. In fact, the argument for a 3/4 or a beanie helmet is if you need mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, it'll be it'll be an advantage for whoever's doing that to be able to access your mouth and nose without having to take the helmet off. So yeah, what do you think about that? What do you say about that? So yeah. What other criticisms? I think that's about it. There's a lot of people that justify the amount of money they spend on helmets by putting down other people's choices. Like, is your head only worth $160? Is your head only worth a second-hand helmet? You know, shit like that. Way back in the day, they never wore helmets. They didn't have shields on their bikes. They're tough. Yeah, whatever. And that, I think that covers the topic of motorcycle gear. Oh yeah, right here. Here's a criticism. I'm gonna loop back. Some guy had stopped right there in his car to drop somebody off, which caused everybody to fucking wait for this guy. And it was backing up out onto the road. Very uncool, especially since he could have pulled in a little further to any of these spots or any of these spots to drop that person off. But no, he stopped right at the entrance because he's a cunt. And so I told him, you can't do that, man. He goes, fuck you. Oh, really? Fuck me. I said, what? Excuse me? Are you that fucking stupid? You can't see the traffic jam you're causing because you're too fucking dumb to pull up further to drop this person off? And now you're getting told off and you're embarrassed, so you get defensive. Well, I get it. Anyway, what a fucking dickhead. Absolute dickhead. And that's, I hate to say it, everybody. A lot of people these days have that fucking mentality where They can just do whatever the fuck they want. And if they get told off for it, they get super defensive because they're fucking dimwits. So don't be that person, you guys. Think about what you're doing. I parked the bike and I went back out to talk to him because he was being really rude. I have no problem talking to people about their fucking stupidity. But he had gone. Okay. On that happy note, bye bye.